Welcome back once again to Lutys Chainsaw Mods. This is me Chinese chainsaw cs5800 58cc. This is the one I did all the modifications to. I was running it out there the other day doing a pile of wood, and gave me some issues. It would start okay, it was starting to cut okay, and then all of a sudden it started bogging out and holding back, and it kept cutting out, and I was having difficulty starting it again, and I'd get it going and it'd be bogging out just like it was running out of fuel. So obviously the first thing I did was check the fuel tank, because I hadn't run it for long. But it had used half a tank, even though I hadn't been running it that long. And I think it's because it's got a big carb on it, and it's modified for power, so it seems to be using a lot more fuel, but it still had half a tank in it, and the filter was submersed. So I thought, well, okay, so there's some other issue with this thing. Persevered with it for a little bit, but it was just getting unusable, to be honest with you. So I stopped it and carried on cutting using some of my other equipment, my other saws. Anyway, just I stripped out the carb, as you can see, stripped out the carb, and pulled out the filter, the fuel filter. Now, I don't know whether you can see or not, but there's a hole in it. There's a hole in my fuel filter. So this saw's 20 years old, and yeah, I've had a new cylinder on it, I've had a new piston on it, a couple of years ago, I think. I did that. Then it was heavily modified, but everything else is standard. It's all 20 years old. So I'm thinking, pretty much now, this problem, all right, there's a hole in my fuel filter. Now the carb, this is a brand new carb, because obviously this is the Husqvarna 372 carburetor that I fitted onto this. Hasn't been running with it this long. So I'm pretty sure all the components are in there will be all right. But I think because it's got that hole in it, there's a possibility that it could simply just be bits in the carb. So I'm going to take this apart, strip the carburetor. I mean, I'm telling you this because this is just a start of this video, really. I'm going to sort of do a continuation of it. So I'm going to strip the carburetor, clean it all out. I'm going to change the fuel filter, because that's obviously got a hole in it. The fuel line looks okay, but I'm going to blow that out once I've got the filter off. The only other thing really that's sort of a bit worrying about this, it could have crank seal issues, because like I say, you know, this unit's 20 years old. If the crank seals are gone, then that'll be doing it, like, really. But initially I'm going to clean the carb out, like I said, change the filter, but I might just sort of pull the flywheel off and pull the oil pump off and everything. Have a good look at them seals, see if I can make a decision, because I've got some new seals here anyway. I mean, I might just throw a pair of seals in it, just to get round that problem. So it's a bit disappointing, really. You know, I mean, it's been run as a modified unit now for well, quite a few months now, like. But the other day was the biggest sort of work, the greatest load of work that I'd done on it with this saw, and yeah, it let me down. But like I say, it could just be dirt in the carb due to that filter with a hole in it. Hopefully that might be all it is. I'm going to check the crank seals. I might get the exhaust off and just check to make sure that I have got no scoring in there in the bore. I'm not expecting it to, because all my equipment, I've started running them all on 25:1 oil fuel mix, because it's 25:1 really is like a running in mix, but I find that they run fine with it. So I thought, well, I'll continue doing that, because that way I'm going to keep the bearings nice and lubed, and the bore and everything is going to be nice and lubed up, because they run okay with 25:1 in. Thought, well, why not, you know, try and keep it protected as much as I can. So I doubt it's done damage in there. I think if it had have done some instant damage where it bust a ring or something, I think it would have just it would have probably spat back at me, you know, and misfired and then died. I probably wouldn't have got it going again. But it will start, it will run, but it's bogging down really badly. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I've still got I've got the pulse line to check as well. I'll check all that. So if I whatever I find on this, what I'll do, I'll just get back on here and I'll do a continuation of this, and then I'll tell you what I found. So you've got sort of an idea of the most likely sort of things to look for in an issue like this. Like I say, because it's an old saw, I suppose realistically anything could be wrong with it, but I've got a feeling it's getting fuel starvation for some reason. So that's it now for Lutys Chainsaw Mods for today. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm going to go outside now and get myself a beer, sit in the sun for a little bit. If you if you do enjoy these videos, then, you know, like and share if you like. You know, it's I enjoy watching other people doing stuff like this, and that's why I put them on, really, because I'm sure there's I mean, I've got a few followers, so there's quite a few people that like watching these. So I just thought, you know, a bit of interest, you know, nothing's infallible at all, you know. I mean, I spent a lot of time building this saw, and anything can happen, really, you know, literally anything, especially when you're sort of modifying things. So, and it's let me down, a bit disappointed, like I say, but we'll get through it, and I'll get back on here again, and I'll show you what I found. So thanks for watching for the moment, and I'll get back to you. Thank you. Bye for now.